All right, so we need to check our homework. So it's going to be on our life lessons page. So we did 3 of them yesterday together, and you were supposed to finish the last 2 of them for homework. Okay, so on the worksheet I sent you yesterday, should have looked like this. Right, so we did the first 3 with Marlon and Dory, Crush and Squirt, and Bruce. We did the first 3 together, and these 2 were your homework. Okay, so I sent home questions. You needed to watch the clips and then answer the questions and then go back and write down what lessons can you learn. Who did their homework from yesterday? Give me a thumbs up if you did the homework so I can see. David did it, Lisa, Cherry. Okay, so we're going to check. I think we just have time to check one of them today. And then I'll send home the answer key so you can check the other one at home over the weekend, okay? So we're going to watch the clip about Nemo and his schoolmates, and then we'll answer the questions together.
Hey guys, wait up! Whoa. Cool. Saved your life! Oh, you guys made me eat! What's that? I know what that is. Oh, Sandy Plankin saw one. He said it was called, a butt.
Wow, that's a pretty big butt.
Oh, look at me! I'm gonna go touch the butt! Oh, yeah? Let's see you get closer.
Okay.
Beat that! Come on, Nemo! How far can you go?
Oh, my dad says it's not safe.
Nemo! No!
Dad?
Ugh, you're about to swim into open water.
No, I wasn't
It's just a
gonna
good thing
go
I was
out with
here.
Dad.
If I hadn't shown up, I don't
Sorry,
know.
he wasn't gonna go.
Yeah, he was too afraid.
No, I wasn't.
This does not concern you, kids. And you're lucky I don't tell your parents you were out there. You know you can't swim well.
I can swim fine, Dad, okay?
No, it's not okay. You shouldn't be anywhere near here. Okay, I was right. You know what? We'll start school in a year or 2.
No, Dad! Just because you're scared of the ocean...
Clearly you're not ready, and you're not coming back until you are. You think you could do these things, but you just can't, Nemo.
I hate you.
There's nothing to see. Gather, over there. Excuse me, is there anything I can do? I am a scientist, sir. Is there any problem?
You know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt things. He isn't a good swimmer, and I just think it's a little too soon for him to be out here unsupervised.
Well, I can assure you he's quite safe with me.
Look, I'm sure he is. But you have a large class, and he can get lost, you know, from sight if you're not looking. No, I'm not saying you're not looking.
Oh my gosh! Nemo's swimming out the sea!
Nemo! What do you think you're doing? You're gonna get stuck out there, and I'm gonna have to get you before another fish does. Get back here! I said get back here now! Stop! You take one more move, mister. Don't you dare! If you put one fin on that boat, are you listening to me? Don't.
Okay, so let's answer our questions about this scene. So what did Nemo's friends do when they get to the drop-off? Let's see. Sophia, what did Nemo's friends do when they get out to the drop-off?
What is drop?
The drop-off is the end of the coral reef. So where the ocean gets much bigger and there's not really a bottom to it.
Marlene. How can I say it?
So Nemo's friends. What do the friends do when they get there? Do they stop at the drop-off, or do they want to see who can go out the furthest?
Who can go out first?
Yep. So let's see. The Nemo's friends want to see
who's can swim first.
out the
There's
closest to the
drum. Boat.
boat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And how does Nemo feel about swimming into the open ocean? David, what does Nemo say about this?
He said, I don't want to swim in the open ocean because his dad said he can swim in the open ocean.
Okay, did his dad say it's dangerous or it's safe to swim out there?
Danger.
It's dangerous, right? To swim into the open ocean. Okay. And what do Nemo's friends do? Do they say, okay, you're right? Or do they make fun of him? Goku?
Fun of him.
Yep, they do. So Nemo's friends make fun of him for not swimming out. All right. So let's think, what life lesson can we learn from these events? So when your friends tell you that you should do something, and you maybe say no, and they say, "Oh, come on, do it," and then they make fun of you. That is what we will call peer pressure. When other people want you to do something, and maybe you don't want to do it, but they might make fun of you instead. So, Maradona, do you think that you should give in to peer pressure, or you should you should do what you know is right?
Listen, what you do is right.
Okay, so we'll say the life lesson that we can learn from this is don't give in to peer pressure. Do what you know is right. Okay, did anyone come up with another life lesson for this scene? What else can we learn from this scene? Katie?
I think that listen to your mom and dad or someone you trust about them.
Okay, so say listen to your mom or dad. So listen to your parents.
Or someone you trust them.
Or someone else that you trust. And what might happen if you don't listen to these people?
Maybe the end will be bad, or you will have something not good.
Okay, so or you might get into trouble. All right. Anyone else have a life lesson that we can learn from this scene? No? Okay, if we have time at the end, we'll go over our last one together, but if not, I will just send everyone the key, the answer key, so you can check yourselves. All right. So next, we need to talk about different parts of a story, okay? So we have our main idea, our moral, topic, and theme. So if you have your booklet, this can be found on, okay, we can look at this on page 63, okay? You have a chart that looks like this in your book. Okay, so you can we have the definitions filled out for you already, and then we're gonna fill out the examples together. Okay, so page 63 in your booklet. So the reason I have all of these out next to each other is because sometimes we can confuse maybe a main idea with a topic or a theme with a moral. So we're gonna see how all of these different parts of a story are different from each other, and then the examples that we see in Finding Nemo, to make it easier to know what each of these words means by itself. Okay? So let's talk about main idea. We know that the main idea of us is what the story is about. Okay, so can anyone tell me in one sentence what Finding Nemo is about? Neymar? Let's think. Who is the main character of Finding Nemo?
Nemo.
Nemo, and what happens to him?
He get caught by the humans.
And then what does his dad do?
Go to find him.
Yep. So that's the main idea of this story. Okay? Oh, sorry. We're going to go over the meanings first. So we have main idea is what the story is about. The moral is the lesson of the story. So when we look at morals teach us right versus wrong. Okay? So what is the right thing to do and what is the wrong thing to do in certain situations? Okay? Topics. So these are important subjects that are presented in the movie. So a one-word subject that we learn about in the movie. And then a theme is what we can take from the topic. It's an overall message or a lesson about life. Okay, so the example that Neymar just said to us is, Finding Nemo is a story of a father who travels across the ocean to search for his son. Okay, so in one sentence, that is what Finding Nemo is about. Okay, so that's what you can write in your movie study booklet on page 63. Okay, so that will go in the example underneath the main idea. And if you don't have time to write all of this, that's fine, because I will send this whole page home with you today. Okay, so if you can write it, great. If you don't have time, don't worry about it, okay? All right, what about the moral? Is there anything in this story or in this movie that teaches us right from wrong? Hang on. Is there anything in this story that teaches us what is right versus what is wrong?
Marlin is right and Nemo is wrong.
About what, though? So let's think. Did Marlin tell Nemo that it was safe or dangerous to swim out into the open ocean?
Danger to go out.
Dangerous. Did Nemo listen to his dad?
No.
No, he went out to touch the boat anyways, right? And then what happened to Nemo?
Happened with Nemo is one people go to pick Nemo and put in the pot fish, and when some children go to take the cheese, so Nemo have to go in a basket and
Okay, I think you got it. So Nemo did not listen to his dad, and then he got into trouble, right? Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Yes.
So do you think that you should listen to your parents or you should not listen to your parents?
I will listen to my parents.
So that is one of the morals we learned from this movie. Listen to your parents, right?
Yes.
It is right to listen to your parents. It is wrong to not listen to your parents. Okay? And then another one that we just saw in the touching the boat scene was don't give in to peer pressure. Right? Instead, do what you know is right. Okay? Another moral that we learn is beware of strangers. And don't judge a book by its cover. So, Maradona, which character did we learn to not judge a book by its cover from?
You say again?
Yes. Which character taught us don't judge a book by its cover. So don't judge a book by its cover means that first looks can be wrong. Which character did we learn this from?
Marlin.
Marlin and who? Who did he judge?
Bruce.
Yes. Remember the part about Bruce? Marlin thought that Bruce was scary and was going to eat him at first, and then later realized that Bruce is a nice shark who doesn't want to eat fish. Okay? So let's talk about our topics now. So topics are one-word subjects that we see in the movie. Can anyone think of a one-word subject that we learn about in this movie? Okay, I'm going to give you a clue for the first one. So, Aisha,
Yes.
who are some main characters in this movie?
Marlin. Nemo.
And, yep, Marlin and Nemo. And Marlin and Nemo, what is their relationship?
Dad and son.
Father and son. So they are part of the same what?
Same kind of fish.
Okay, but if a father and son are part of the same
Family.
so one of our topics for Finding Nemo is family. Okay, can anyone think of another topic? Cherry?
Friend.
Yep, friendship is going to be another topic. Okay, what about when we talk about Nemo doing things by himself? James, do you remember the word for that?
Brave.
Okay, maybe bravery could be another topic. Okay. David, do you remember another word for it?
I said independent.
Okay, so independence is another one. So let's look at these topics here. So trust, friendship, independence, determination, and family. Okay, so these are some important subjects that we learn about in Finding Nemo. Okay, so we can move from topic to theme by asking the question, what does the movie teach us about each topic? So if we have our topic, trust. Lisa, what does Finding Nemo teach us about trust? Is trust something that's important to a friendship or another relationship, or trust doesn't matter? Do you see the word trust here?
Yes.
Okay, so we're trying to move from the topic trust, and we are trying to figure out what the theme is that has to do with trust. So what does this movie teach us about trust?
We need to trust our family or someone that we know or believe.
Okay, so remember in The Whale, what would have happened to Marlin if he didn't trust Dory and let go of the whale's tongue?
He will be stuck there.
Yep, he would be stuck there. So we can say, sometimes you have to trust others in order to move forward, right? Marlin would have never escaped the whale if he didn't trust Dory and let go of the whale's tongue. Okay, so that's what we can learn about trust. All right, what about our our topic, friendship? Courage. What did we learn about friendship from Finding Nemo? Is friendship important or is it not important?
Important.
Yes. Friendship is important. We see that with which two characters?
Nemo. Marlin and Dory.
Excellent. Yep. We learned from Marlin and Dory that friendship is important. And I think we can also learn that from Nemo and the other tank fish, right? Okay, what about independence? David, what can we learn about independence from this movie?
We need to solve problem to do by themselves.
Yep. Independence is important, right? So we're not saying that you should never ask for help, but what the movie is teaching you is that sometimes you need to solve problems by yourself. It's okay to ask for help, but sometimes you should try and solve problems by yourself because sometimes you don't have anyone around you to ask for help. So it's important to learn to do things on your own. Okay, Cherry, what about determination? Remember, determination is when you want something to happen, so you make sure that it does happen. All right, so who showed us determination?
Nemo?
Okay. Nemo did, right? By trying to get the pebble in the motor again. And who else did?
Marlin.
Marlin. And when Marlin was scared, who showed him the importance of determination? Dory. And remember, what did Dory say when they were swimming down to the bottom of the ocean?
I don't remember.
Just keep
swimming.
Just keep swimming. And what do you think just keep swimming means? To give up or to never give up?
To never give up.
To never give up. Okay, so that is what we can learn from determination, or we can learn about determination. Okay, and last one is family. James, what did we learn about family in Finding Nemo? So we see this because Marlin traveled across the entire ocean to find Nemo, right? So is there anything more important than family? No. So what we can learn is nothing matters more than family. Okay. So do we see how we moved from our topic, which is one word, and then we ask ourselves, what do we learn about this topic, or what does the author think about this topic? And then that's how we can go from topic to theme. All right, so I'll make sure to send this home for everyone, and we need to talk about summarizing now. Does anyone have any questions about this page? Sometimes these can be kind of difficult to find in a story, so the more you practice it, the better you become at finding main idea, moral, topic, and theme, because they can be a little bit tricky sometimes. Okay, so let's talk about summarizing. Who remembers at the beginning of our packet, we have a summarizing page all the way at the beginning on page 6, I think. Oh, sorry, page 7. Okay, we're going to write a summary of our movie. And this is what you're going to do for homework over the weekend. So, to plan your summaries, actually before we start, what is a summary? Sophia, can you tell me what a summary is? Sophia, are you there?
Yep.
When we write a summary, are we writing every single detail about a story or just the most important parts? Sophia?
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, when we write a summary of a story, are we writing every single detail or just the most important parts?
Every detail.
So when we write a summary, let's look at how big our summary page is here. How many pages do we have to write our summary? Sophia,
Yes.
how many pages do we have to write this summary?
I do know.
Look at the screen. I have it on the screen.
Okay.
How many pages do we have?
Little bit.
Sophia, do you see it?
Okay. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Not lines, pages. How many pages?
2.
2 pages. Where do you see the second page to write the summary?
4.
4 pages?
1.
1 page. Can you
One
write
page.
every single detail from Finding Nemo in 1 page? Sophia,
Yes.
you can write every single detail about Finding Nemo in 1 page.
Okay. So
Sophia,
that means I have to write on this page.
I'm asking you a question. Can you listen to it, please?
Okay.
Can you write every single detail about Finding Nemo on 1 page of paper?
Thế là Su có viết được tất cả các cái nội dung của Finding Nemo trong một tờ giấy không?
What do you think, Sophia?
I think I can't. I can.
Not. So
I can. I can.
You're gonna
I
write
can.
every single. How long was the movie?
I can't know what many hours or minutes.
So let's check to see how long our Finding Nemo movie is.
Mấy giây ta? Mấy tiếng ấy?
1 tiếng.
1 tiếng.
Hầu làm mấy cái phim của trẻ con chỉ có 1 tiếng thôi.
I think 1 hours.
Con phim người lớn khoảng 2-3 tiếng thì đi rồi.
So Finding Nemo, the movie is 1 hour and 40 minutes. Can you write every single detail from this movie on 1 sheet of paper?
I think no.
You think no. So Cherry, you raised your hand. So when we write a summary, are we writing every single detail or just the important parts?
Just important part.
Just the important parts. If I wanted to know every single detail of the movie, what could I do, Cherry?
In the movie.
Yep, I can just watch the movie. But a summary, I just want to know the important parts of the movie. Okay, so I have a sheet that can help us plan our summary. Okay, so we've done worksheets like this in class where we talk about somebody wanted, but, so, then, finally. Okay, so let's talk about our somebody. This is going to be the main character of our movie. So Lily, who's the main character of this movie?
Nemo.
Nemo's our main character. Good job. Okay, Neymar, what did Nemo want to do? After his dad told him he couldn't swim well, what did Nemo want to do?
Want to touch the boat.
Okay, Nemo wanted to touch the boat to show his dad that he could do what?
Can swim well.
Okay. Then we have our but. This is the problem that happens in the story. So, Aisha, what happens when Nemo goes out to touch the boat?
He somebody takes you to the tank.
Yep, Nemo gets caught by a diver and gets taken to a fish tank in Sydney, Australia. Okay, and then so is how does someone try to solve this problem? Hurricane, are you there? Who tries to solve Nemo's problem? Nemo gets caught. Yep, and what does Marlin do? Okay, good job. Marlin swims across the ocean to rescue Nemo and encounters many problems on the way. Then, what happens at the end? How is our problem solved, Katie?
When Nemo asked the fish tank, his friend Gil have a plan to escape.
Okay. But we have our Marlin swims across the ocean to rescue Nemo. Does he end up rescuing Nemo?
Yes.
Yes. Marlin and Nemo are reunited. Okay, and what happens at the end of the movie? David, what happens at the end of the movie?
And Marlin and Nemo find each other.
So that's what we just wrote next to then.
Dory get caught by a net with all the school fish.
Okay, is that a very important part or is that a small detail?
Small detail.
Do we want small details in our summaries?
No.
No. So can you tell me a more important part? What happens after Marlin and Nemo find each other? What do they do after that? Do they live in Sydney, Australia for the rest of their lives? What do
No.
they do? What happens at the very end of the movie? Where are they at the end of the movie?
In the ocean.
Where in the ocean? Are they still in Sydney or are they back home in the coral reef?
Back home in the coral reef.
Okay, so finally, Marlin, Nemo, and Dory make it home. So make it back home to the Great Barrier Reef. Okay, so these are the very important parts. So these are the things that need to be included in your summaries. Okay, so take these and then we can add time order words like first, next, then, finally, last, okay, to write a summary about Finding Nemo. So, Sophia.
Yes.
Does a summary tell us every single detail of the movie or just the important parts?
I think the important part.
Yes, just the important parts. If I wanted to know every single detail, I could just watch the movie again. Okay, does anyone have any questions about what we are doing for homework? I will send this chart home so you can use it as a plan for your summary. I do not want you to tell me every single detail. If I wanted to know every single detail, I would just watch the movie again.